Just a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book. You know you can't be lazy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Crastinators podcast, the favorite show that's on the internet. I'm the best guy ever, and I'm joined by Hypocrite.
Hey.
Munchy Jones.
God, I'm so lazy.
And the Munchman himself, Mr. Munchy Shatsky.
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Wait, what?
What's he doing?
Go! Go! Go!
What's happening?
Go!
What's he doing?
What is that?
Start the episode,
What's that
go!
rubbing? Okay, today's
Is he
episode
starting
is
a fire
about...
by rubbing two twigs together?
Go!
Probably. Today's episode is about laziness, everybody. We're
Oh,
talking
hey.
about laziness. That being said, let's move on to our questions.
Yes.
Okay, I've got a question right here. Let's see, from our good friend at Occurred Jacob, yes, asks, hey, hashtag ASCP, I got into PCP through Digi's most popular video, even though it isn't his best. Does that mean clickbait has some value?
Clickbait is the only thing that has value. Everything else is fake.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What did he say? He got into Digi by
Well, he watched
clickbait?
Digi's most popular video, and even though it isn't Digi's best, or it's like is not his most like artistically valuable or whatever, but he's asking, does that mean that clickbait is actually valuable? That can lead to good things?
I think-
How is that a clickbait thing? Was his most popular video
Well,
clickbait?
I gotta go check which one it is. I think it's the What Is Anime, but I gotta go confirm that.
That's
It's
not
the
clickbait.
I
it's
think-
like
I
it's the shitty anime fucking sucks one episode kill yourself.
Is it Asterisk War or
No,
Something
it's
like that.
Fucking the one how to tell
The
that
thing-
if you're gay. Episode 1.
Yeah, how to tell
Right.
if an anime is gay, episode 1. The thing about Digi is that, I mean, all of his videos have thumbnails and titles designed to make you click on them, so they're all
Right.
clickbait in a sense. It's just a style of presenting an idea. And I guess...
But is it really clickbait if it's accurate? I thought clickbait was more of like a false advertising
You know,
or a lazy
this is-
thing.
Yeah, that's what people think
Yeah,
of when they think clickbait. I guess, you know, there's ways to interpret clickbait.
Like, if I make a book and I give it an interesting cover, is that fucking book bait? Or is that, he's advertising his book?
I think
No,
according
that's
to this
jailable.
guy, yes, that is clickbait.
That's
like,
Yeah,
retarded.
according to-
I know, that's totally warped.
So
It's
anything
totally
that has a
warped.
good design is clickbait.
Pretty much, yes.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, that's...
I
I don't
mean-
even blame him,
Jamal.
though. A lot of people think that way these days.
Well, yeah, but I would say if I think his
Well, I
point
mean,
is like is something, you know, better to be flashy to get attention if in the long run it introduces you to some cool shit, and I would say yes, because of course you
This
would
is
never
kinda
learn
like-
about
yeah.
cool things unless they were advertised.
You gotta
I
take
think-
that black pill before you can learn about the ancients.
Yeah, that's right. Before you get in touch with your ancient Martian male-dominant psychic powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's like this guy's asking, is it possible that, like, advertising has, like, any actual practical use, sort of? You know, like, it's not like I feel like he's saying, like, when he says clickbait, what he really means is, you know, the stuff we were saying, like, is making things pretty to attract eyes. Like, is that a good thing? Can that have value? And the answer is yes, if it, you know, like... I feel like there's kind of a moral implication that, like, your work should have some real value. Like, it should be, I don't know, it should have something to say. If it's just there, if you've seen these videos that pop up, like, I don't know, like Devu was
Top
posting
10
these weird,
breast
like, top...
cancer awareness pieces that make you think, ooh,
Yeah.
oh, there they are.
Like, or those, like, top 10, like, hottest vines of the month videos you see,
Yeah.
like, that's, okay, that is literally garbage. It's
Yeah.
wasting your time. But, like,
I
to
think
do it,
the
you know-
distinction is like something that can't get through by word of mouth is not clickbait. Like if something only gets popular because of the clickbait and it has no value and nobody cares about it other than like clicking on it, then it's
Yeah.
clickbait. If it's like, you know, a video that could get by word of mouth with like a terrible title and thumbnail, people just say, "Dude, watch this." Watch this 0.5 A-presses panencoic thing. It does. I know it's weird, but it's just the coolest thing you've ever seen. And you watch
Yeah.
it, and it is. You know, it doesn't have like a title that draws you in. It's confusing, and it, you know, but it's one of those things that doesn't need clickbait. But clickbait, there's like a medium in the middle where like
It's like...
sometimes
yeah.
something is not inherently shareable, but it's still good, and you know you wouldn't tell anybody about it. But clickbait is helpful for that.
if that video, like that Panacoic one, for example, if that video was titled something like, like epic, hack discovered in Mario for secret whatever, like everything about it was the same, but it had some sort of crazy, like fancy, it got like an artist to draw some crazy cool thumbnail for it, and it had like a sick name that attracted eyes. Like, would that make the video worse, or like the content any worse? Of course
I
not,
think, well, it might make the perception worse, because like the whole idea of people going, oh my god, I can't believe somebody plays Super Mario to this degree where they're trying to not press the A button so much that they're doing all this stuff, and he's got hundreds of videos all titled very, very matter-of-factly, and that's like part of how cool it is that you would share it.
I suppose, I don't know, I don't really think that diminishes
it doesn't diminish the video, but it might like change perception a bit. If you just stumble upon a clickbait channel and you hate clickbait, you might not even think about going any further.
But I mean, that's what we're talking about, right? Like redefining what clickbait is. Like the content is good, and if it's just called something to attract eyes, then it's just playing the game.
Clickbait is inherently good, and there's never been a bad use of clickbait before. I mean, it's used to get sometimes people can misuse it, but I think it's inherently good, and it helps people get their message across. Of course, there's going to be some bad seeds, making gimmicky thumbnails and bad titles just to attract people's eyes to their worthless content. I saw some shit like identifying stereotypes in Galco-chan or some bullshit like that.
Yeah,
just a ton of bullshit that's bogging down.
Defying stereotypes. No, listen, how progressive is that? Defying stereotypes. I love thick women. I'm into fat people. I love fat people. Yeah. That's what it's about, you guys. Oh my god, let me die.
I do have a question for Hippo then. With this definition of clickbait, one that I don't agree with, when you redid all your thumbnails and all your episode titles, would you consider any of that to be clickbait, or do you think that's just an accurate representation of what the video is?
Well, I mean, the video isn't about like a close-up of a guy's face, but I would say it's kind of clickbaity, because I'm trying to draw your attention to like big eyes work for some reason, like your big face.
Yeah, but I don't think that's clickbait, because the character in the thumbnail is in the video. If you just had a close-up of some girl's cleavage, that would be clickbait, because it's not accurate.
I almost put Tifa's tits in the Final Fantasy VII one, even though there's no Tifa tits in the video.
Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. Tifa is relevant to the subject matter.
I mean, I'm not an idiot.
But if she doesn't appear in the video, it's false advertising, I would say.
I totally disagree.
She appears like in video game footage in the background, like it's not. I just put a recognizable character from the thing in question on the thumbnail, and that's
right.
I think that's okay. But I would say that it is like baiting clicks with, stuff.
I mean, if we're defining clickbait, right, as something that just baits clicks, as in you are like you're doing things, you're sort of adding like a sugary over layer to like your video in the presentation to get people just to click on it out of the blue, then like everyone who spends any time designing a thumbnail or thinking about the name is committing various degrees of clickbait. But I think there's like a cultural meaning attached to the term clickbait, as in like you're like being deceptive or you're trying to trick people. And none of us do that.
I guess anyway. Then maybe
I consider clickbait to be like top 10 most racist things. Number 10 will make you want to murder all white people. Yeah. Like that's clickbait.
If the video is actually about that, it's not clickbait. That's just what it is.
It is, because they always say like number 3 will make your dick explode. It's always this huge expectation just for a boring, shitty list.
I agree if there's deception at play. If it is a boring, shitty list,
maybe
this guy. What if the guy really does think that it is going to make your dick explode?
They never do.
No.
You can taste the insincerity in titles like that.
That's true. You can kind of just feel it. Okay, I would judge it on a case-by-case basis, but I think we're pretty much on the same page.
I would say advertising and stylized titles and thumbnails is good, but clickbait usually doesn't lead to anything that great, in my definition of clickbait.
I agree.
From
things I like are good, things I don't like are bad.
This fucking question sucks! Move on!
We're done with it. Okay. Who's got another question?
Munchy.
From Kazi Snep. A couple ones here, but the most interesting one fave/least fave PCP episode you've recorded. My favorite was probably Shrek versus Harry Potter. That was Lucid Nightmare.
Guys, go buy the bonus episodes. Go be a $5 patron. Get that bonus episode. Come on.
And my least favorite one was probably Social Media or Irony versus Sincerity. Those two were the worst things I've ever been a part of in my entire life.
I hated the animal rights one the most. I didn't like it.
I had fun in that one, surprisingly. Just
I mean,
shitting on
there was
Nate
some
for an
fun.
hour.
I was just like, I was not in a good mood, and it showed.
That's how I feel about most of the episodes I'm on. I always feel like I'm coming off in a bad way, but that's okay, because I'm a bad person.
Very good.
I just enjoy... I don't really listen to the episodes back, because I just enjoy having the conversations, which is why I do this so much. I don't really have negative feelings about any of them. I love them all, though I'm not really a viewer of them, so...
Well, I don't view them either. I just remember them. And then I look at the comments and I'm like, oh, yeah, I did say that.
I love Jesse's Gaia Online avatar.
Oh, yeah, that was
pretty
cool.
great. Social media, so I'm just going to say that's my favorite. There you go. That's my favorite one.
Okay.
Oh, wait, he asked for least favorite, though? I don't know. They're all bad. There you go.
Yeah.
I liked Undertale from years ago. That's my favorite.
Yeah, dog.
I'm back. It's irrelevant. I have a changed voice.
It's you.
I thought it was going to be less grading, but it actually is more grading. It's even more than it was before. You thought that was bad. Now get a load of fucking this shit. Hello, it's me, the Undertaler, 587. Ooh, it's me. Oh, guys.
Thank God he's back.
All right, bye.
Well, glad it was so brief with that.
Yep.
Hey, here we go. Okay, but here's a real question. At Fatman Falling, Mr. Mikey Fell. I know this guy. He's always commenting on my shit. Would you rather have 1 million subscribers who will never pledge to your Patreon, or double your Patreon right now? Dude, that is the most obvious question in the world. No, subscribers are merely a means of getting money. That's all they're good for. Subscribers are worthless.
I gotta say, whenever people say, "Oh, I want to be famous," they really mean I want to have riches. Like the fame thing is never as good as anyone thinks it is.
I don't know about that.
Well, hang on. Is this guy saying that, like, okay, in this scenario, is he saying, like, okay, would you take your situation right now, instantly, bam, you now have 1 million subscribers, and, like, you can use that to make more money? Because I think I could do definitely more than double my Patreon pledges if I instantly was granted 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, guys, even if we doubled our Patreons, we're still below the poverty line.
He said in the question that they would never pledge to you, 1 million subscribers that would never pledge.
Yeah, but just based on advertising alone, we'd be making way more money than we are doubling our Patreons.
I'm sure, but
that's true.
I'm sure, but
and then those million aren't going to patron. I'll just get patrons from the next million. Then I get from my from my first fucking million subs.
Yeah,
bills.
I would take the million subs in a fucking second. I don't need $1,000 a month for this bullshit. I'll take the subs.
Okay, but if he's saying that you can use that as a resource to get more money going forward, then great. If he's just saying that, like, okay, you instantly lose all money, but you've got 1 million subs.
No,
this is why
I
don't want that.
Advertising.
Based on what I assumed of the question, which is why I hate hypotheticals, because other people had different ideas, I assumed that the subscribers were just added to the account. They weren't like, oh, you naturally gain 1,000 subscribers and will probably gain more. You know, you lose more subscribers. I don't know, just depending on stuff. But my main point is that I don't like fame. It's generally annoying, and the idea that it could get, like, out of control and people recognize me on the street and say, "Oh, dude, I want to get a picture. I want to," and I'm like, "Oh no, gross, get
hey, man, don't
get out of
here."
Try
it.
But Hippo, are you doing this as a career to make, like, a living? Because you'd be making more money with this route, with the subscribers and the fame.
I want to be making cool stuff that I like. I mean, the money is good that I have money. I would like money, but I don't really want to be like, oh, dude, that's the most famous. I mean, it's like a romantic idea. I'm just wary of the idea that if you get famous, you can't just not be famous anymore. And if you are not famous anymore, it's because everyone hates you now.
Well, seems like a self-limiting thing, I guess.
I'm not. It's not like I'm not striving to get more fame. It's just that I'm cynical to the idea that it would be an entirely great thing.
Sure. Okay, I'm with you.
The only reason I do anything is for people to like me.
Right.
So I would take.
I feel like the number of viewers and stuff I get is like pretty comfortable. Like I can do things and I can say what I want.
It's nowhere near sustainable though. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. You know.
Well, yeah. I mean, like you give it a bit more, you get a little bit more. I mean,
Okay.
What I'm saying is like 1 million subscribers is too much. I'd like 100,000 or maybe something like that, and then I'd be happy forever. I don't care.
Okay. All right.
An audience that's
fair
like
enough.
big enough to sustain me is all I want.
You
I mean,
should
I-
do clickbait. That'll help you.
That'll just get me empty husks of people that.
Yeah,
will...
you don't want to pull a
husks.
Psy. You don't want to be in Psy's position.
I was just gonna
nobody
say
wants that.
That's
yeah.
Psy's position, and he keeps putting up videos about how depressed he is about it. So you don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
Side note, by the way. Side note on Psy.
Side note.
Yeah,
yes.
side note.
Yeah,
Nice.
I watched like the first 5 minutes of that Psy tries to get Munchy into whatever the fuck Undertale, and I can't believe that person is like real. Like, he actually exists.
In what way?
Like he's just. Oh my!
Because he's so into
just
Undertale
Psy.
still?
Just fucking look at him.
You gotta hear the
He's
episodes
fucking
where
Psy.
he tries to get me into his fetishes. That's when you really can't believe he's real.
Just look. Just it's Psy.
You know, in Psy's defense, or not really his defense, but I totally understand the thing about like being frustrated with having so many subscribers, but like people don't really care or like they don't give you money or anything. That sucks, man.
Or they
That
don't
sucks.
follow you on like Twitter or really anything. Like they just want to see one
yeah.
specific type of video that he can't really inject his personality into, and that does suck.
See, that's all well and fine, guys, but it's fucking Psy.
Yeah, he has no
Psy.
human emotions that we know of, at least. So.
I mean, he made a lot of money off of the Gangnam Style music video, but otherwise he hasn't had much going for him.
Didn't he
I mean,
come
Gentleman
out as
was
a
pretty good.
neo-Nazi, like hater of America, super Islam, like communist?
Well, that's
Yes.
all of South Korea. So
okay.
Okay, let's get another question here.
no, I want to talk more about Psy. This is the Psy episode.
Yes, Psy!
Please retitle
Let's
this
give it up
episode
for
Psy.
Psy.
Hey, here we go. At Clag the Blank asks, hey, ask BCP, thoughts on sex toys? I think they are the coolest.
Oh.
Oh, the alarms got off. They're on to us. Okay,
Oh,
shit,
no.
they know.
Fire?
It's my house on fire. Hang on, I gotta go.
Holy shit.
Not
Okay.
be on fire. I'll
We'll
be back.
mute this in
Go
the
put it
audio.
out with a sex toy.
No, keep
Yes.
it on.
I think sex toys.
Yeah, keep
you
it
know,
on. It's nice
you know-
ambiance for this podcast.
I have a cool story about sex toys. When I was in Japan, I went
What the
to
fuck
comic.
is that?
It's his
It's
goddamn
the
fire
fucking
alarm. Somebody's probably cooking some toast and
Overwatch.
yeah, somebody's playing Overwatch too loud.
So how much you want to bet Ben is not going to edit that out?
Maybe we'll get Gib to
$100.
do it. Step of your shit, Ben. Okay, this is the moment where Ben doesn't listen to the episode, so we can talk shit about him.
Of course.
Ben, you are a sack of shit. I hate you.
Ben,
you are
I like
the worst.
you a lot. I'm the most pro
Fuck
Ben.
you, Munchy.
But you fucking suck at editing, and you need to kill yourself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's
Fair.
it's not personal. You just have to kill yourself. For the good of the team.
It makes sense to me. Okay, well that thing shut up. So this question is good. So here's my cool sex toy story. So when I was in Japan, I went to Comic-Cons, like the big Doujin convention, the real famous one, all the animes, and it was really fun. And I went there with a couple of guys from the Japanese language study program I was going to, and one of the guys had a friend.
So
who
yeah,
lived in
cock rings are
Japan.
great. What?
Yeah, great. Hang on, I'm telling a story about sex toys. So I was me and all these guys. We went to Comic-Con together with this Japanese guy as like our guide. He was helping us out and telling us where our cool shit was. And that guy, as it turns out, he actually works for Tenga. He's like a Tenga employee.
Oh my God, Tenga Toppen Gurren Lagoon.
Oh!
Like
yeah,
those Tenga eggs. I got some of those in the mail
Yeah,
during
that's right.
my Monkey mailbag.
exactly. The Tenga eggs and like they're like fleshlight. God damn it, the fleshlight like things. They're not not the same brand or anything, but they make a ton of sex toys and shit. Oh my God, shut up! I'm talking about fucking dick beating shit. Okay, so basically, when we were out, he was he was telling us about how much he loved the company and how much he believed in the mission of like, we want to give people like the ability to pleasure themselves on their own. If you're lonely, if you need something, we got things to help you out.
They're heroes.
They are heroes. And so he was telling me all this stuff, and I was on board. So I was like, yeah, dude, I'm totally with you. But he was like, dude, I want to give you a gift. I want to give you something to spread the good news of these sex toys. And I was like, okay, what do you have in mind? So he picked me out this like this 6-pack egg carton of Tenga eggs.
Yeah.
He gave it to me. He bought it for me. He's like, dude, I'm going to give you these, but you got to promise me that you will spread the good word of sex toys out in the West, because that market is resistant. You know, male sex toys especially.
What's a Tenga egg?
Tenga eggs are these like
little
they're kind of
vibrating
like
things?
no, they're not vibrators. They're like these stretchy plastic sleeves that you stretch over your dick and they feel good. They're for
I have a
jerking off.
video of my buddy Manimal stretching one all the way over his arm.
Really?
Yeah,
Impressive.
I can post a link in the description.
Okay, cool.
I don't see how an egg stretches.
It's not a real egg, goddammit. Yeah, watch the video. Anyway, so this is my plug. That dude whose name I forget, Hiroshi, I think was his name. This is me. Everyone go buy. Yeah, he did it, man. That was all him. Go. Don't necessarily, you don't have to support them, but sex toys are great. Spreading the good news. Buy Tenga stuff if you want to. I have no financial stake in this whatsoever. I just like the product. There you go.
What do I think about sex toys?
Yeah, like it's not actual sex, Munchy, so maybe it's okay.
Oh, you mean the magical weapons? Like honka mufflers, and spirit crumplers, and atom smashes, and fuck up boots, and murder hats, and baby givers. Pretty sweet.
I have a story about all the sex toys I received during my Monkey mailbag thing, where I made the great decision to open up a P.O. box and let my loving, adoring fans send me, fan mail, books, games. But no, they sent me like fucking Tenga eggs and dildos and shit, naturally. But I made a rule with myself that whatever I get in this Monkey mailbag, I will keep and use as props in future videos, just so like people can see them and be like, oh yeah, I remember when you got that. That's funny. So I'm at a point where my bedroom closet, I'm still living with my parents, is full of sex eggs and dildos and adult diapers and all this weird kinky shit. And like, of course, my parents don't watch the videos or know anything about it, so they just one day I just suddenly have all this weird shit in my closet. I'm like, Mom, it's for the monkey shit. You don't need to understand. Don't even question it. But then I was doing the Vietnamese Crystal Nuzlocke, and I reached a point, I think, at the 7th gym where the game froze and I couldn't continue, so I had to quit the series. But then I had a fan on Snapchat named Julian who said, hey, I'll play a new file, and I'll catch you back up to where you were, and I'll redo everything. And I said, oh, yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much. And he says, all I want for payment is for you to send me one of those Tenga eggs in the mail. So it's like, okay, there we go. So you did it. And Julian saved the Let's Play.
What a hero. What a hero.
I don't know why he wanted it.
I can't imagine why. I
what
can't
a weird
imagine
request.
why.
Just fucking order your own. Why do you want one of mine?
He wants it with your taint on it, with your corruption. That's what he wants.
So that's my story. There you go, Julian. Nobody knew that, but now that's out there. Congrats.
Well, I only have need for one toy, and that is Lego. And when I'm in the mood... That
sounds painful to jerk off.
When I'm in the mood, I make for myself a little penis prism out of Lego.
Right.
And, I just build it and keep adding bricks until it's completely crushed. And then, I attack people with it. It's a joke. I don't actually do that.
Oh. See, I have a similar thing. I have this fetish where I get off on accidentally stepping on a Lego and hurting my foot really bad.
I like that. It's very specific.
It makes me come every time.
Yeah!
Hey, speaking of that, I don't get that. I do not get that. I've stood in Lego boxes.
Oh, come on. They're hurt like a motherfucker, dude.
They don't hurt more than nails. People make them out as like, oh my god, it's the worst.
Yeah, but a nail, if you step on it, it usually isn't sticking up.
Nail.
Guys, look at all the ways I can hurt myself more than a Lego. What's the big deal? Just watch me.
What I mean is that people build it up.
Fire.
All right, I get that it's funny to over exaggerate something to be like, oh, it's funny how much I'm scared of spiders, or I hate Lego, or how much I am willing to kill myself. Stuff like that. You wouldn't actually do it. You wouldn't actually go that far. You say you do, and it's funny. But I've never, ever hurt myself standing on a Lego except when I was like 3. Like I can stand on Legos right now, and it's fine. There's no
but
like
it usually
people
happens
adults.
to people when they're like 8.
Yeah,
so it
but like
traumatizes them
people,
from a young age, and that's why it has that stigma.
I just don't like the idea that it's cool to be an adult and saying, "Oh man, I still step on Legos, and I'm still getting hurt, and I'm still a pansy about it."
It
like,
hurts, dude.
It doesn't
really
hurt.
does hurt that bad. Yeah, it does.
It does not.
Okay, your thing is you're a weirdo British Hobbit man with Hobbit feet, so you can take this kind of punishment. Yeah.
I can do
I used
weights.
to eat Legos all the time, so they don't scare me anymore.
That's fair.
I don't like this podcast at all. I want to run away. I want to run away, and I want to delete my audio. I don't like it. I don't like what's been going on.
Incidentally, here's a question about that. It's when is the it's by @LevyJevy says when is the PCP going to cross over with the Insufferable Social Media podcast?
Oh
Never happen. We hate those
Don't ever
guys.
fucking
We
ever
don't
say that again.
Yeah, that's off
Don't
the
even.
table.
All right, new question.
I'm trying to think of
my
anything
God.
I can say that'd be funny, but nothing is coming to mind.
Pterodactyl says, "What species has more value, mimes or clowns?" You
Whoa.
fucking know, baby. It's
mimes.
fucking clowns.
Mimes have actual superpowers, though. You know?
Yeah,
like,
and mimes have never made shitty rap songs.
My
Here's what
favorite
you have to
mime
understand.
is my favorite mime is Pee Pee the Frog.
Very nice.
He's a funny mimey, yes.
Lay Epic Mime XD.
Here's what you have to know. Mr. Mime, Marxist-influenced moon enemy. Mime.
Yeah.
Fucking communist from
Yes,
space.
right.
Can't trust him. Clowns, homegrown, American, land of the free, American first, Nationalist Party, German Workers' Party, taking back the state, giving the power back to the people, taking over the government, annexing the places where they did that,
Poland,
taking,
yeah,
fucking
Munchy,
Yeah?
listen up. I need you to answer this seriously. Who wins in a fight? A level 45 Mr. Mime or 3 PCP or 3 ICP juggalos? Who wins? Who can use Thunderbolt? Who the fuck can use Thunderbolt in those two groups?
Juggalos are poison type, probably. They're poison and dark
true.
type.
Poison
So
is
they
weak to
normally would be, but they have the dark type, so they're immune. Okay? Because they go to the dark carnival, because they live in the darkness,
right.
bro. They live in it. They live with the dark carnival. They're going to know about all the miracles and the magic of the fucking world via the dark carnival. The dark carnival is your inspiration to witness that without explanation. Just take a look at this fine creation and enjoy a band with appreciation. Ghost, Coast, the Midnight Coast, mysteries of the world, magic at the most. I'm fucking gay, I'm a juggalo, and Mr. Mime is a fucking communist. He's a Soviet bloc state puppet regime set up by Stalin to be a Tenga egg salesman for his personal use. It's not real, okay? Snap out of it.
We're breaking the social conditioning!
Globalist! Mr. Mime is a globalist! Get him out!
Oh yeah? Well, guess what, Munchy? Mr. Mime can use Reflect, so all that shit just went right back to you.
Shit, fuck. Yeah, you're right. Shit.
Didn't see that
You
coming.
can't beat Mr. Mime. He's too good in the OU, dude.
What about the insane mime posse?
That would be
They don't- they
more
rap
power
for silent.
than it
Sign
could power a
language.
universe.
Yeah.
Completely
It's
silent
a rap
raps.
group for deaf people.
Just yeah. Wait,
They're lesser known. Yeah.
wait. How are they for deaf people?
Because they only do sign language because they're mimes.
Well, you know what you can do?
Oh, right, deaf people. I confused that with blind. Like, I just imagine, like, blind people would listen to mime rap. Because they don't know.
Okay, what do you think about this? Okay, this is my idea for music for deaf people. We sort of encase them in a full, like, rubber suit, right? Okay, so their whole body is, like, surrounded by this. And then, like,
Neon
that
Genesis
surface,
Evangelion.
well, that surface is the speaker. And, you know, like, because people, you know, music is like sound waves in the air. And then you blast the beats into that surrounding film on their whole body,
And you
then
crack
they can
their bones.
experience the music. Yes,
Break
you
them,
crush
in
it.
fact.
And then you buy like a pack of mechanical pencils from CVS. And You take off the eraser. Then you pour out the little like individual like mechanical pencil like parts. Then you put the lead in down your lemon pipe, and then you push it in there so far because it's so small. Then it can fit right in, and then it gets to the point where it has a little bit of resistance, so it breaks. And now there's a ton. There's like 5 or so pieces of mechanical pencil lead inside your lemon pipe, and you squeeze it around, and that's what you have to live with for the rest of your life. Is that it? Is that it, Nate?
Yeah, God, I guess that's it. That's one way to think about it.
The botflies will use the lead in their Minecraft expeditions.
Yes.
Have any of you guys ever been to like a real musical production, like an off-Broadway show or something?
Yeah.
I've been to a real Broadway show.
Wait,
What's
Broadway
the deal
shows?
with they always have somebody off to the side of the stage doing sign language? Like, who is that for?
Stage directions.
No, it's for the audience. It's for the audience.
Yeah, but why would you go to a musical if you're deaf? Because you can't watch the show if you're reading the sign language and you can't hear the music. So what's the point?
It's the same with, like, I guess, subtitles in anime, I guess. Yeah, like, you know, like,
But
you
in this
kind of have
case,
to
you
look away
literally
briefly.
can only watch the sign language person. You can't watch the people on the stage dancing. You can't hear the music. I don't know why you would go to that show if it's $300 a ticket.
So sometimes you just want to go out on the town, you know? You want to, even if you're deaf, you want to look pretty. You want to
Some
go out with
people
all
are
your
like
fam.
partially deaf. Like they can't understand things, but it's sort of muffled. So they can still hear like beats and shit.
There's a lot to enjoy about the experience in addition to hearing it, I guess. So
Maybe there's going to be the presence of other wizards, you know?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, well, I guess that's their
a-
choice,
there's
but it sounds retarded to me.
Off the record. This is terrible. Can we have this be the bonus episode instead? I don't want this to
No.
actually go
Wow,
out.
what's wrong with
I
it?
love
This is
this
perfectly
episode.
fine.
I'm very embarrassed that this has happened. I'm really sorry,
No, that's-
everybody.
What?
Dude, you're
Dude,
fine.
we'll edit
Ben's
it out.
gonna
It's no
edit
big
it out.
deal.
He's a good
We'll
editor.
cut this part out too.
No, cut this part in. Double it. Double it right now.
Yeah,
right?
like
overlay it.
echo and reverb it.
Yeah,
All right,
Munchy,
Munchy,
you should
question
edit.
then?
You should edit the
I
episode.
do. See, okay, here's a question that I've been thinking about sort of for a while. So at IceKiller159, what a badass. With that sick Escavalier icon that I love so dearly, says, what are each of you guys' Myers-Briggs type? And the reason I bring that up is because I think this is retarded, and I hate those, and I don't know
my
why
Myers-Briggs
people like
type
them.
is
Oh, God.
ISIS.
Yeah!
I was gonna say ICPC. That's my
Introverted,
that's my Myers-Briggs type.
socialist,
Evil,
Islamist,
sex
Islamist.
Yeah.
Islamist, sex haver.
inferior, stupid.
I
Oh,
would
that's
classify
what they're
myself
called.
as
Those
a,
losers.
I would classify myself as a supreme nihilist deep cover Republican.
Deep cover, as in
are
like
you a-
you're deep in the blue
Yeah.
pill
Well,
trenches.
possible deep cover Republican. I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're going to
Well-
pull back some layers.
Does anyone here have any sort of defense of why I should give a shit about these Myers-Briggs types? And tell me why they aren't just masturbatory things where you can be like, I'm a this, oh my god, you're a that.
I don't
it's
think
literally
anyone
the
here
same
cares
shit as
about
fucking...
them.
It's the same shit as fucking astrological signs. They mean
Sure.
nothing. They're fucking retarded. I don't
Nate,
give a shit about them.
like
Nate, you're
star
right,
signs?
but those
Like-
are fun.
They're kind of
fun.
Star
Yeah,
signs
so that's
are-
the reason.
So the question is, do I like fun? No, I hate fun.
But it's
Fun's-
not fun.
Okay.
It's so like they can feel superior. Like, oh, you think you're cool? I have the same personality type as BBC Sherlock. Look how fucking cool and smart I am. It's,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
And then
not
they'll
to
be
have
like,
fun,
yeah,
it's to
you're
prove
so
that you're
cool. I have fucking Hitler's DNA and Gandhi's DNA. Top that, bitch.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit, and those Tumblr fucks who like that shit need to fuck off.
But dude, that's the weird thing.
I am an
It is.
ENFP, bitch.
Yeah. Is that real?
Yeah, I tested it when I was in like kindergarten.
Wait, you're
all right.
extroverted? Somebody in the PCP has an extroverted personality. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Munchy'd be the one. Okay, but here the thing about this that creeps me out is that it's like it seems like a lot of smart people get into this, and like I don't know, like people really care about this. So like, is there something I'm missing?
No,
is there actually
it's
a
not
good thing
actual
about
smart
this?
people. They think they're proving that they're smart by doing this stupid
Yeah.
I
little
think
test.
what it is, like with the star sign stuff. The star sign stuff, there's not enough different variables that
Right,
go into that. It's just when you were born, and people are like initially like, oh well, that doesn't mean anything. But when it's like, oh, I took a test, and
Yes.
now I have a thing that I can attribute to a celebrity that I like. Like now I'm like that guy. You know, it's more legitimate in their eyes, and I guess they like it. I mean,
It's like
I didn't
an
know
IQ
it.
test,
Yeah,
where the people who
I
talk
didn't
about
know.
their IQ score aren't the people who are probably that smart.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was even like not real. I just did it once, and I was like, oh well, and then I forgot it like a week later. So
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting you bring up IQ, because a lot of people think that IQ is like a totally bullshit thing that doesn't actually have any impact on life, but it is pretty well proven that IQ does have a direct correlation to like life success. Like, it's not all the time, but it does matter.
Am
It
I-
But I'm
is
saying the
relevant.
type of people who actually care about it and talk about it
Yeah,
are the ones
okay.
we
yeah,
shouldn't
like
care
I
about.
I'm with
I
you.
think about IQ so little because I'm the smartest. You see,
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I don't
Yeah.
even know what a high IQ is. Is it 50? Is it 2? It's
Here's
probably
why
not 2.
Malcolm on Malcolm in the Middle is a great character, because
Malcolm X is so cool
in
because
the
he's
first
fucking
episode,
black,
he
and
gets
you want to be
diagnosed
like him because you just love black people so much.
Yes.
as having an IQ of 160, but instead of
Right.
going around telling people his IQ, he proves that he's smart by being a fucking smart person.
Yeah, Malcolm's great. Malcolm's I like
Mumkey,
like
cut
that
this.
show.
Oh, Ben, cut this part of the podcast. We should both. You should talk about Malcolm from the Malcolm in the Middle, and I should talk about Malcolm X at the same time. Go. I love Malcolm X so much because he just wants to touch all those
You're
little
not
kids,
the
and
boss
it's
of
not
me
a
now.
problem because
You're
he
not
just
the
likes
boss
to
of
do
me
it. You
now.
know, dude.
You're
It's
not the
not a
boss of me
whole
now.
problem.
You're
He
not
just
the
because
boss of
he's
me
black doesn't mean he's a
now.
bad
You're not the
guy.
boss of
He's just
me
really
now.
cool, and he
You're
just
not the
you
boss
just
of
really
me
want to be
now.
like him because I'm really
You're not the
insecure about
boss
my
of me
race.
now.
You know,
And
dude.
you're
I
on
just
my
want to be
dick.
black so I can touch all the kids and they won't get mad at me.
Does anybody
Life
else
is
think that
unfair.
when they were kids they related to the kids, but then when they were adults they
Oh
related
my
to the
god,
adults?
that's so
No.
true. I so relate to Malcolm X.
Childhood is relating to Jimmy Neutron. Adulthood is realizing that Malcolm
Carl
X
was right
makes more
all along.
sense.
Yeah. Okay.
I identify as a Jimmy Neutron-kin.
I'm more of a what's his dad's name? Hugh Neutron, who loves ducks.
Hugh
and his whole
Mungus.
character was that he loved ducks. What the fuck
And that
was
he
that
despised
shit?
Dinkelberg. Oh wait, fuck.
No,
That's
that's
the other
Timmy
one.
Turner,
Shit.
dude.
God,
I fucked it up.
guys, did you watch the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, aka the best piece of Kino ever to exist?
There
in
were
the
Is
three
entire
that the
of
one
them.
with
world?
was that the one with Drake
there's
Bell?
So many.
Wait, what?
They were all
No,
fucking
it's
Kino.
when Jimmy
I do
Neutron
remember
and
the
Timmy
crossovers.
Turner went into each other's worlds, and then like
I
all the
remember that.
characters got animated as the other one, which is kind of cool to see. But the show was fucking terrible.
And
And-
Cindy
and-
wanted
and-
to fuck the shit out of Timmy. I remember. That was great.
I was
That
just about
great.
to say, like, Cindy, like, immediately just wanted to fuck that, like, snot-nosed John Egbert-looking pink-haired motherfucker.
Yeah, it's true. That was very attractive. That was
I don't
very
remember
arousing.
that ever.
Maybe it's
missed
because
out,
you
dude.
never had a childhood. Oh, boo!
Oh yeah, well, have you played
Here
Jimmy
comes
Neutron
the
Attack of the
nihilist
Twonkies
trying
on
to make the
PS2?
millennials
The
feel
best
bad.
video game ever.
Is
I'm
that true?
serious. Fucking Jimmy Neutron Attack of the Twonkies on PS2 is actually my favorite PS2 game. I've never talked about it because I'm saving like a 20-hour like analysis
Could
series.
What
that
the
possibly
hell?
be better than Shadow the Hedgehog? I just don't know.
It's marginally worse.
What about Thrillville Off the Rails? That's pretty good. You ever play
Wii
that
Carnival, dude. Wii Carnival. That's the height of an
one? That was for
artistic American
PS3,
experience.
you idiot.
What are we doing? What is this?
Nate's gonna find
What do-
another question.
I sure am.
You're not the boss of me
I've been
now.
scrolling for
You're
some.
not the boss of me now, and
This
I'm
is what I was saying. This is
Okay,
what I
here we
meant when I said I'm truly embarrassed and I'm really sorry. I
this
was
is
the one
literally
who
the
made
best
the
episode
PC.
Yeah,
in
this
the
is
last
literally
This is
season.
the best.
That's
This is
the
the
one
best.
we made.
Okay, all right. Here we
And,
go.
and my and,
Here's
and
a
my
relative
extreme
one.
distaste is part of why it's the best. That's probably true.
Probably.
Okay, yeah. Here's a question. Okay, here we go. Iklone, Iklone asks, what's the best console of all time, and why is
PS2.
it the GameCube, and why is it the GameCube?
Yeah, PS2.
I said PS2 before he
GameCube.
said GameCube. Bitch, I win.
That's true. I'd have to.
GameCube.
I think I would go with the original Nintendo DS. I
Actually,
would go with the Nintendo
Why?
DS.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Why
Nate's
the
right.
original?
I'll- I'll-
The original like broke instantly.
Okay, well, to be fair, I guess my favorite was the like the slightly smaller one
Lite.
that came out with.
DS
Yeah,
Lite.
the DS Lite, exactly. The DS Lite. It's that one because it
You
had
could play Pokemon Platinum. Oh man.
I'm playing
Diamond,
that.
dude, Diamond. No, okay, I've gotten like the most joy out of my DS than I did. Yeah, there it
damn
is.
it.
There's the one.
Yeah.
You lied. You're a fake gamer because it's a Game Boy. I
Yeah,
tricked
you
you. I
idiot.
just deceived you
I
guys
heard.
to
I know
make
it's a
sure that
Game
you
Boy. I
knew that
like the
Nate
Game
was a
Boy.
girl.
Oh shit.
I know that's a Game Boy. I've heard that jingle
No,
more
Hippo,
times
it
than
was a
I've heard
trick
my
on
own
Nate,
voice.
Not on you.
Yeah, I got goofed.
Well, I felt
it's
tricked
the Game Boy
either way.
Advance. It's the Game Boy Advance. Oh wait, because the DS starts with that. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, see, I'm a real gamer girl. Anyway, the DS I played in my bed. My favorite way to play video games is sitting up with a bunch of pillows behind me, reclining in my bed, all tucked in and cozy,
Bunch
with
of
my
red pills.
fucking console in my hand. And I figured out how to hack my DS, so I had literally every game for free on the entire console. I'm a genius.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it was the most
nobody
fun.
didn't do that. I had that.
Well, you did too? Okay, well, anyway.
Yeah,
it
my
was
brother was
the
a
best.
hacker genius, and he got the R4 thing, and he gave me like every single
Yeah.
video game.
Ace
I played
Card
all the
2,
Professor
iDog.
Laytons, all the Phoenix Wright games, all the Mario Kart DS, fucking
The
everything.
the DS for real has like the greatest game library of all time. You know, there's
I
like
would
a
say
couple
yes.
okay games. Like I hear this Final Fantasy game's okay, but it's shit compared to.
There's Club Penguin on that one, that console.
gonna
There's
say-
Club Penguin. There's a Club
There you go.
Penguin game.
Club Penguin, Jump Ultimate Stars, all the Layton games.
I think something really good about the DS was when like your parents would drag you to the high school football game and you don't want to watch it, so you go
you
into
could
the
chat with
the
people
Picto
on the
chat,
fucking
baby.
Picto chat.
Oh my
Yes,
fucking God.
And you
yes,
just
the
harass
Picto chat.
people because they can't prove who you are, and you just talk shit and make everybody mad.
Who else?
Yeah.
Who else had the DS long before they actually had a game for it? Or I think I had Mario 64, and I would spend way more time Picto chatting with people on that thing.
And
Yeah,
you play that
do
game where
anything
you draw
else.
like the top half of a picture, and then the next person could draw the bottom half, and it
Yep,
would look like
yep.
they're all one
You know,
picture.
I've
So
I've
good.
never really experienced DS with strangers or people, because bringing like a DS to school wasn't something people did enough to be a cool thing. So you know, I'd never experienced that sort of element of it.
We have to go back. We have to go back.
We have to bring all our DSs and just go to a room and then just
Yes.
have
Radcon 3,
them.
Radcon 3, bro.
Radcon 3, the Picto Chat experience.
Rad-
Let's do
Radcon
it. Let's
3DS,
do it.
Radcon 3DS.
Yes. By the way, my most triumphant experience while playing any video game ever in my entire life was thus. I went into GameStop. I bought a copy. I already fucking had a copy of Kirby Superstar Ultra, but I just bought another one. Cause who gives a fuck? I'm a god. So I bought another one, pre-owned, and then I 100%ed all 3 files 2 times over the course of one day, and
Oh
then
my
brought it
God.
back at the end of the night to return
What?
it and get my money back.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Is that even possible in that kind of a timeline?
Oh, it's possible, Nate. It's possible. It's more than possible.
Holy
I'm
shit!
a fucking juggalo.
Guys, press 1 in the comments if we should do a Kirby race in the PCP.
I want a
Just
Kirby
press
race so
1.
fucking
Press 1.
bad.
And
I
type
so
sheep in the
bad.
comments if you want to see a sheep over the game race. Hippo is not
would-
invited.
I would rather do that because we can do that quickly.
Goat. I'm a new character. I'm Goat.
Hey, oh, this is a good question. It's
He's the goodest of all time.
This is good because it's at Janice Makudumaru, our old friend, asks, guys, just got a PS4, and I have Dark Souls 3. What should I name a character? So I'm going to respond to this one. What should we name their
Undertaker
character?
589. I mean 587.
How about
Naming characters
know.
is not
But
difficult.
my
It's
sickness
difficult
for the
for other
forces of
people.
good. Yeah!
I don't know. Give me something. You're a pun man.
Well, I don't know what to base the pun on. I don't know who this person is. I don't know how
Dark
they play. I don't know
Souls.
what they like. Dark Souls. How about Black Guy?
Okay,
Yeah,
black
name
guy.
him
I'm
Black
responding
Guy.
with black guy. Black guy.
Classic
I'm responding
character
right now.
name.
Capital AUMAKUA. Amuakua. That's you, bitch. And I am
Amuakua,
he.
that's a Yua. Okay, I'm gonna put black guy or Amuakua. There we go. There.
Nice.
Responded.
You typed that to him?
Of course, I just responded to him.
Now he
I
won't
wanted
listen to the podcast. You
That's
fucked
not
he'll-
true.
We lost that whole view because of you, Nate.
God damn it. Nah, they're gonna watch. They know. How about, okay, here we go. Is there anything...
Get someone. I want to do
okay, hey, dude, go for it.
someone-
Jump in.
Okay. From an untitled abridged. What would you do? Lock up the Jews! Just kidding. I would never do that to my brother. And
Wait.
I'm actually really tolerant, and I love all Jewish people. The one
Yeah,
thing that
don't
I
lock
would
up
do
Ben.
was lock up all the neo-Nazis. Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
fuck
I would
'em,
never
dude.
do that because I'm actually an extreme racist and Islamophobe, and I'm really not happy about it. So the thing what I actually would do is I would just take some antidepressants, please let me. Please.
Was the
Yeah.
question, what would you do?
Yeah, I think it was
What
what
would
would
you
you
do?
do?
That's
a good question.
Good question.
Wow.
Wait, who asked that? I think he said
I
it.
would
pretty
I would
deep.
continue to be on the podcast right now, I guess.
Aw, that's good. That's good.
I need my.
You bring a
Just
whole, like,
spilling them out on the desk.
he's got a real soundboard situation going on. He's probably surrounded by, like, various different materials and substances
Yeah,
that he
he's
can
the
crinkle at a
Foley
moment's
effects
notice.
king.
I need my blue pills.
There you go. I don't even know how he achieves these sounds, but I...
Amuaku.
them.
He broke. He literally broke.
Did you break Amuakua? Yeah! Oh, no. His Dark Souls 3 play is ruined. God, these questions are shit. Bobby, I'm going to call
Yep.
it at BobKevin101. Your question fucking sucks. Best waifus and or favorite video games? Dude, what the fuck kind of question is that? I'm bored as shit. Never come to my house.
Vriska and Homestuck.
Is the joke both that we've done those episodes and that you've made videos on those subjects this month, Nate?
Yeah, something, along
Okay.
those lines. Bobby,
Good
you're
I
a
don't know.
basic bitch.
Sometimes people just don't know anything and they
I'm just
see a tweet.
kidding around, dude. I'm just kidding around.
What was the question?
It was best waifus and or favorite video games. Just the
Why
worst
and
question.
or? Why is that an and or sort of
I
situation?
don't know. You can only like one. You can only.
You like video games or anime waifu people?
Guys,
I think you guys might have done this one last week, but did you guys do what is your least favorite creation that you've made?
The
Yeah, I
universe.
believe so.
Okay.
I don't fucking remember. I'm gonna answer it now anyway though. My least favorite creation I've made, honestly.
And that's from Giffy McGee.
Oh, cool. I would have to go with, and it's kind of silly, but I honestly cannot even really look at my Undertale video anymore.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
It's because, like, I don't know, like, there's a lot of reasons why, but it's, at the time, I
It
was like,
feels
okay,
too much
this
like a
is,
game theory.
well, I don't actually think it's that much like, I think it's much better than the game theory. Like, okay, so it's obvious that I put way too much effort into it. So when I look at it now, all I see is, like, wasted time that I achieved. And, like, what did I get out of it? Like 30,000 views on a video that,
Yeah.
in my opinion, is without a doubt, like, the most, it has the most to say about Undertale of any video I've seen, but, like, at what cost,
It's- Yeah, it's unfortunate because like Undertale was like so overdone by everyone, but nobody did it like
And the thing- it's just
properly.
that
And so
yeah,
when you come
exactly.
along and say all these things, by the time you got it out, like the basic idea of what you were saying had already been said in various other places, just not in a cool enough way. But it felt like really old and very
Exactly.
flashy for no reason. And
It's honestly
it's
kind of-
unfortunate.
It's honestly kind of why I don't really have as many warm feelings about Undertale anymore, even though it is a, objectively fantastic game. I'm just sour about the whole thing, and it bums me out. It's my own fault.
A few
Except for Sans.
weeks
I love
ago,
Sans.
me and Ben were watching I Love Impossible a lot, as we do all the time.
Of course.
And I remarked how it's literally best game ever Undertale. All of her videos are literally best game ever Undertale.
How do you figure, sports fan?
You are I Love Impossible a lot. There's just shit constantly.
Okay, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. I worked way too hard to try to make, like, everything that happened really cool and flashy and poppy. It's not. Don't do it, kids. Don't go down that road.
I love Impossible a lot. You.
My least
Same
favorite thing that I've
person.
made
Thank you,
is
KP.
a while ago,
KP.
it's probably over a year ago, there was a lot of subreddit drama going on at the grade A under A subreddit.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I didn't like his videos in the first place, so I thought, okay, I'm going to take advantage of this drama before anybody else, and I'll make an anime review of grade A under A, baby. Oh, I'm going to put him in his place and make him look like an idiot. And the video's dumb and gay and whatever, nobody cares.
I don't know if I saw that one.
I
That's
remember
okay,
I was
don't
trying,
watch
I
it.
was, I was
Okay,
trying to catch
okay.
up to speed on the Monkey Anime reviews because this is when I first found out about you. And I get to that, and it's so, like, weird and not like anything
Yeah.
else. and
I also
completely
talked
different.
very, very slow. In my old
Yeah.
videos, I do talk pretty slow, and people always complain about it. But in that one, it was like I was trying to talk to a group of retarded people, which I guess would be
yeah.
the grade A under A
Accurate.
fan
Yeah.
base, so it kind of fits. But,
I don't
yeah.
actually remember what was in that video that was so
It
bad
was just
about
like, oh,
He
he
was
doesn't
like-
like
he-
ban people.
He was on a stream talking about how a 14-year-old girl in his moderation of his subreddit was like a whore and was like saying mean stuff
whoa.
about
it. Yeah,
her
but
and
what
stuff.
was your video about it? What did you do?
I was just like pointing it out, and that's it.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
I see.
But
Yeah.
that's just a theory. A grade A under A theory.
Yep.
This is
Thanks
good. I
for
like this.
watching.
Gib, what do you hate about yourself
Wow.
in terms of videos?
What a question. I guess sometimes I say things without actually understanding whether or not I actually agree with myself. I just feel like I need to say something. So sometimes in podcasts, this is like a specific moment. But I think earlier in the podcast when I was talking about it's something, I
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
the.
I think I know what
fame.
you mean.
Yeah, it was fame. Like I just had a visceral reaction about like fame probably being bad, and I don't really want to be recognized on the street. And I sometimes, I regret certain things I say, and I don't like that I can't take it back. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I mean, I can take it back, but it's like it's now recorded and it's like a part of a thing. And there's various moments in podcasts and stuff I just don't like what I say, and I'm like, oh wait, you're trying too hard, or you're silly. Then you're not supposed. It's a bad time to fucking.
I know what you mean.
I mean, you
I know
can
what you mean.
always state a retraction. I think that's something not enough people do. People never like
Well,
to
the
admit
thing
when
is-
they were wrong or when they change their opinion, and they'll just like hold on to stupid ideas for no
No,
reason.
no. I mean, I would retract it but I need to think about it before I know
yeah.
whether I actually disagree with it now. I just know that you were all against me, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe
I
I'm
wasn't
being
against
an
you.
idiot.
It's
I
okay
was
to have
with
an
you.
unpopular opinion.
Well, no, I mean, I think I know what Gibbs getting at, because, like, once you say something, even if you, like, said it off the cuff and you didn't really mean it, like, once you put it out there in any form, like, people just latch onto that, and even if you make a correction, people are resistant to, like, change the impression that they've already formed, so, yeah. That shit happens. It's annoying. I think about that, too.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been scared of podcasts. I do them because they're like a challenge to. I mean, they're not really a challenge anymore. I can just hop on, and just say, fucking, I'm here. But they used to be like, oh no, the whole time in my head, and everything was like I was tensing up and I was sweating and I was shaking. Like, no, I can't. I'm not saying anything. I got to be saying something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Podcast. Any podcast I've been in, I feel like I haven't been like. I mean, no, that's not true. See, I'm doing a thing. Where I say things that something that's not even real, not even actually what I think. I'll
that's-
just shut up.
That's that thing where it happens, the thing that you're talking about. Isn't there a word for that? Gay? Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah.
God damn it.
At Broccoli Lob asks, are there anything of you guys that you are super into that is so weird you don't even bother recommending it to other people?
Oh yeah.
What
There's
the
probably
fuck
a
was
lot.
that question? I didn't even understand that.
Is
there
there anything that
anything
it's so
that
weird that
is
you like
weird
it, but you don't
and-
want to
yeah.
recommend it.
Oh,
Well, it
okay,
depends
okay.
who I'm recommending it to.
Weird things are
Right.
inherently good to me. If you show me something that's weird, I will like it, no questions asked. I want to feel slime, I want to feel sludge, and I want to feel most of all ooze.
Well, what if I just watched the new Taylor Swift music video and I'm like, who'd be into this? Shit, Munchy. My buddy Munchy would love, some...
Taylor Swift. She used to go on B,
I'm the Taylor Swift Taylor.
I love Peppy the Frog.
Dude. The Taylor Swift Taylor.
That's a good one.
The Taylor Swift Taylor.
I love you, Hillary. You're my favorite.
But yeah,
I'm
like
with her.
I mean, I like a lot of vaguely weird things. Sometimes I post them in here where I feel like, in the PCP chat, that is, when I
right.
feel like people in the chat would understand it. It's usually just YouTube poop things. That sometimes there's one that's like can be appreciated, despite not really being into YouTube poop. Because I don't think any of us, aside from me, are really into that sort of YouTube stuff. So I don't know. So that's generally what I don't recommend, even though I love it. It's one of those things that's like,
Sure.
if you like it, then we can have a conversation.
You tailor
and
your
it's great.
suggestions. Yeah, you tailor your recommendations to, like, the audience you're talking to. So, like, I don't know. I wouldn't come on here and recommend the same things to watch that I recommend to you guys. It just depends.
Yeah, I found a lot of people, especially in these online communities, have a predisposition about all reality TV and assume that it's all shit. So even though Survivor and Big Brother are two of my favorite shows, I never want to recommend them because people will just write that off as being something that they think it is. So I just gave up a long time ago.
You know what I'm just realizing is that people, normal people generally just recommend things because they like them and not really thinking about who they're recommending it to. They just want people to like things. Whereas us, like, we do like reviews or we talk about media a lot. So the idea of like recommending something on a platform is different from just saying something to a friend.
Yeah.
Like you're talking to an audience that like it's not worth your time to talk about something that they may not already be into if you know what they're like.
I'm with you, dude.
Yeah,
Marge, where are we? We're in Undertale, Homer. Undertale? What's that? Skeletons and monsters? Love and shit? Like sands and papyrus. Oh, shit. We got... we gotta get the fuck out of here, bro!
Okay, here's a question. This is just a fun one. At KZ Snap says, hey, we've got our red pills and we got our blue pills, but what's your pill? So let's decide a PCP official pill that we can
Orange.
distribute.
A pill for the mascot. What pill
For
is
that
he?
guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of gray. Gray pill? That's already taken, isn't it? Plus, that sounds shitty as fuck.
What about Mage Pilled? We could all get Mage Pilled.
I'd like to get mage pilled, but that's a it's like
what is involved in being mage pilled?
You're just like a nice,
make a lot of memes,
nice
animation?
soft-spoken guy who likes to talk about anime in video games.
And likes
that's
to
what
play
we all
MMOs
are.
with their friends on the internet. Yeah, okay.
It's quite
And
a
you're
wholesome
a really
pill.
tall girl.
It's a pretty wholesome pill.
Germ pill. I'm just gonna rattle some off here. Germ pill.
Good one.
Antidepressant pill.
Yes.
Empire pill.
that's a
Saturation
good one.
pill. Crush blacks and whites pill.
Oh,
High
I'm that
saturation
one.
pill.
Wait, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff pill. Sauvage pill. I'm that. I'm that one.
Sauvage.
What about Pill?
Swage.
Pill-pilled. I mean, our conversation right now is pretty pill-pilled. for
Yeah,
sure.
I think so.
I don't know the pill thing. The red and the blue makes enough sense, but what the fuck is all those other ones? I could never
The
remember
green
them.
one is if you're fucking blitzed so hard you're gonna fucking turn over
There was a
and
whole
die.
big image like of 100 different types of pills, a billion different types of pills, and I'm like, I don't have time to read all this pill knowledge.
Guys,
I don't want to get it
found a
wrong
good
though.
Question that
Wait,
is
no,
good and not shit.
shh. No, I'm super into the expanded pill lore, and you guys are always just on the mainstream
No, me too.
bullshit.
Me too, dude.
You guys are just so pill-pilled. I just can't take it.
I know.
All right,
You just gotta
boys.
get that expanded. Yeah, go.
Since
Okay.
we've got an even number, 10 people in the PCP right now, sort of. we don't need to go into it.
Right.
They may or may not have left the chat today, only to come back probably tomorrow. If you had to ship all the PCP members with each other with no repeats and no one left out, who would be with who?
Who's that from?
That's from KZ Snap.
She's getting a lot of questions today. I can already tell there's going to be a lot of demand for Gib in this situation. There's gonna be a lot of fighting.
We don't
There's
get
gonna
to
be
pick
a
who
lot.
we want.
I think
who is
the
more
canon-
naturally better.
I think
Okay.
the canon ship is me and Jesse, because people have drawn us together before.
Yeah.
Now, people are gonna
on
fight
a
that.
ship, on a ship in the pony cast. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it! Me
those
and
are
Gib
different-
were on a
we
ship.
have a ship.
Me and Gib were on a ship before anybody. God damn it! We've been doing the podcast for over a fucking year.
Everyone hates the podcast. It's just
Nobody
arbitrary, but
hates-
we're
Shut
the first one.
Up! Fuck you!
Now, would I be with Ben or with Digi?
I would say I would automatically put
I would say
Jesse and Digi. I would put together. That just seems like guys. They were the
like
original.
fucking your little sister.
They were the original. I mean, I know Tom and Digi were actually the original, but
Yeah,
Digi
Tom
clearly
is, by
is.
the way.
But Digi is so invested in like his Digi friendship that
I feel like Digi and Monkey
did I say?
would be a good ship.
I meant to say Digi is invested in his Jesse friendship. Like that's what he is all
But
about.
wait, guys, we can't just focus on love. We need all
Right.
the quadrants.
Oh no!
So Monkey
alright.
would definitely be in Kismesis
with Ben, no
Yeah.
doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt. Right.
Yes. what a
Moira.
Caligula.
Yeah, I'd probably go with
quadrant
Ben
that
just because
is.
it's like a love-hate thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that fits.
It's cute.
How about
I'd fuck Ben.
Yeah. Gibbon would be like Moirails with fucking Jesse, I would think. Probably.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
No,
Yeah,
that
because
is
they're
that
on
is
their
a-
they're on their super pirate ship or whatever.
Yeah. The first ones to ever be on a ship. Yeah.
And then Tom and Digi would go
no.
together because they're like the old boys.
Yeah.
They
guess
haven't
that's
fucked in a
true.
long time though.
Yeah.
I don't know whether
Tom's
it's
like-
like
Tom
it's like-
feels so
it's like they're
ethereal.
exes.
He's so ethereal. He needs to become like corporeal again, you know?
Who do we
that's
have
true.
left? We have like Nate, Mage, Munchy.
Mage.
No,
I guess I guess you should probably put me with Mage because I'm
I will never have
heterosexual,
sex
unlike
with
everybody else.
anyone.
So yeah, I should probably be
Never.
with Mage. But then again, Mage is like asexual. So
Oh, you know
that's-
what?
doesn't
You know
really
what the
work out.
perfect pairing? Mage and Tom, because Mage is asexual and Tom is bisexual, so he's gay.
That works
So he
out.
could be gay, so that'd be like perfect.
That works out.
Wait, so who is Nate with? Munchie?
Who's left?
No,
It's Munchy.
no.
I guess it's Munchy.
No!
Tom,
there you go.
Tom, if you're not actually bisexual, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
No,
I
he
didn't
is.
re-
He
I-
is.
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
Okay, good. Cut that out.
Munchy,
I
I'm
believed
just
you just because he's vegetarian. I was like, yeah, he's probably bisexual too. Why
Munchy.
not?
I'm just letting
He's
you know I'm a
communist, too.
man and I have needs, and you will satisfy those needs. This is
True,
your
you
obligation.
do love fat people. It's true.
Munchy, we both know only women can be fat. We know this.
Alright,
we know
yes,
this. Yeah. Okay.
I think Nate should wear a Pearl costume and then fuck Steven Universe, which
That's
is
a good
Munchie.
idea.
Yeah.
Steven! Ah! Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna cheese my burger. Lois.
Oh, Peter.
Okay, so that's everybody paired up. There you go. That's official.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh,
Wait,
dear.
Hey, here's another one. Casey again. Casey Snap. This is
my
see,
God,
Casey is the fucking VIP with decent questions.
Yeah, it's about
Take
time
note,
somebody
people.
was.
It's because these are like specific and they're fun to answer. So here we go. At Casey Snap says, "Would you ever get a tattoo? And if so, what would it be?" I bet you guys have all thought about that.
Yeah, chakras on all of my chakras.
Oh,
All 64 points?
That's a lot.
Yeah, bro.
Holy shit.
And he, of course, used the the ancient Hindu what is it, the manji, the swastika would be on all chakra points. Yeah.
Right.
I've always been
I
very
would-
anti-tattoo, but I think I would get one as a joke if I lost some crazy bet and I had to get
Sure.
like Digibro's face on my ass or something. But otherwise, I'm
That's
not
just
really
fun.
planning on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a fun story.
I would get an emoji movie ad on the tip of my penis.
So that yes, that's great. So that
Which
every
emoji would
vagina
it
will
be?
go by.
Oh,
It's
you
for,
know.
it's for the movie, dude. It's for the
Yeah.
movie.
The water splash one, probably.
That's yeah.
Or
that's,
the- or the
Two girls
hand
doing
with the-
ballet.
Oh,
that's a good
well.
one. I mean, you could do
I'm
the
pretty
splash
into
on the two
duality,
girls.
you know. I'm pretty spiritual, so I would get a Star of David on one nipple and a swastika on the other.
Yeah.
I have actually thought about this, and for many years now, everyone's gonna think I'm a fucking sellout piece of shit.
Uh-oh.
But I've wanted to get the Joe Star on like my upper left back. But I've
fucking
wanted that
sellout.
for like 15 years, okay? Since
No.
like I first read JoJo. I'm not one of these fucking anime new joys. I hate people who like the things I like. Only I'm allowed to like it. You guys are shit.
reference?
Oh God, I'll probably
Am I
never do it
funny
though.
and
It's
original
literally
yet?
it's become so normie that I probably just won't ever do it because I don't like how
You know
popular
what?
things are.
I've never really thought about having like an actual tattoo. Like I'm thinking, well, it's kind of painful and it's permanent. Like I'm probably gonna regret it. But as a joke, as a hilarious joke, and as long as it's on my back, so I don't have to look at it all the time, I would put like a as if I was married to Vriska, like a weird love thing.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe
Yeah.
just a symbol, something like really retarded and hilarious.
By the way,
Because Vriska will never die. She's real forever.
she's real forever. But by the way, that just to increase my indie credentials, I wanted that tattoo after I read part 6 of JoJo, and it was after Jolene did her epic fight with Guard Westwood during the Survivor battle. That was the moment that made me want to do
the best
it.
fucking fight in the entire fucking series.
Yes, thank you. It is the best fight in the entire series. God, somebody gets it.
Eye of the tiger.
That's literally what it's named after. And it's just Jolene's the coolest. So
The
fuck
the
you.
look on fucking Westwood's face in
Jolene,
every
Jolene,
single panel is the most
Jolene,
intense thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Jolene.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I've got a
Westwood-
topic for
I hate
discussion.
JoJo.
Okay, go on.
This one comes to us from Mumkey_Jones, who wants to know,
Gross.
Was Nate best guy ever justified in stealing a picture of some bitch dressed up and she's like fat and ugly?
Oh, this one, huh? This question.
I think we should talk about it, and we haven't talked about it.
You know, I'm totally fine with that. Okay, well, let me give you the backstory real quick. So in my video about how communist glasses are not fucking orange for Mia Mafova, I used a cosplayer's photo, and full disclosure, what I did was I just Googled, like, female communist cosplayer. Like, I had actually used this image before in my Gurren Lagann review, so, you know, the criticism would be equally valid that I used it there as well. And to my discredit, I did not credit anybody who was in it, which I agree was, at worst, like, not was rude, I guess. Like, I don't think I actually need to.
You have any responsibility to do that. If I had to give credit to every single Google image I put in my videos, the whole description would be nothing but that shit.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Yeah. I think that it is possible. Like, we say that, but the argument you're kind of making, and I think about this myself because I do this a lot too, is like, that's really just us being lazy, whether or not we're actually allowed to do it. That's just us saying, like, it would be too much work, so obviously I'm allowed to do it. I don't know if that's actually true, you know?
If your image is on the front page of Google, you don't own it anymore.
I don't think that's accurate.
I think it is. I think I'm going to use whatever the fuck I find.
I think what it is it's not illegal, but it's just it's a nice gesture to link to something if you're using it.
Let's separate
the thing
this.
Is though that if you're using a lot of images, you're not going to go through. Nobody's going to go through the rigmarole of getting links to all the specific different sources. But unless you're completely insane.
But that's like saying that, like, if you do like many crimes, like, they all become less important because, like,
But it's not a crime in the first place. It's making some fat bitch mad that she didn't get an extra 3 clicks on her Tumblr.
Let me separate this into two things, okay? I think we can deal with one immediately. Then we can just talk about the second. I don't want to confuse the two. So there's the legal issue and then, like, the moral issue. So legally, what I did was 100% fair use.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with just using someone's image, because all I was doing was commenting on it. I wasn't, like, saying it was mine. This was just me describing a picture. 100% totally fine.
Yeah.
Then there is the more moral issue. Like, is it good to do that? Especially considering I didn't give credit. And by the way, Gib, I have amended, so I have added links to those things in the description, because I agree.
Okay.
You know, I did think, like, okay, this person specifically commented, like, hey, not cool. You should, you know, at least let people know who I am. And I agree. If someone goes out of their way to say, like, hey, let me do this, it would be merely spite to be like, no, I'm not going to fucking do that. And I am not a spiteful person. I don't want to do that. So
now, has she acknowledged this? Because she like suck her goons onto your video to, like, attack it and downvote it and post comments. Like, she was being a huge cunt about it. Fuck what she wants.
I actually disagree. People were saying that she was being quite rude.
Of course
I don't really think that that's the case. Like, she in her comments, she complained, like, you know, hey, you didn't give me credit, not cool. Way to just use my picture, you know, without my permission. And then also, like, it said, like, especially in this kind of light, like, because I was insulting her for not having, like, the perfect glasses color. So let me say, first of all, it's fine. Your costume's fine. Don't worry about it.
I thought it was ugly.
Well,
Jesus.
I think she could have done a lot better. Terrible.
We could all do a lot better.
I have some viewpoint on this, because sometimes I'm too lazy and I don't want to play a whole game to get a specific clip.
Right.
In a video game review or anything like that, you know. And when I do that, I download the video, and then since the video has the name of, like, the YouTube link, you know, the YouTube title, later I can just copy paste and find the link and then put that in the description. And I generally do that. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm just like, it's like nobody's gonna notice. But if it's like for the Kingdom Hearts GRPG, I didn't play that game. I didn't record that game. For all the GRPGs, I don't record the footage because that's too much. That's too big. So I go around and I find people who have played through the whole game, and I get certain things from their videos, and I link to them, and I make sure to say I stole this content from these people, just so that nobody's accusing me of being, like, subtle about it. Like, I'm saying I took this.
Do you say that in the video or in the description?
In the description, it said content, game footage stolen from, and then a bunch of links. So I feel that I don't feel the need to do that all the time, but when it's like a lot, you know, when it's something that could potentially be noticed,
I mean,
I feel like it's just customary to just, if you have an easy way to put the link in there, you may as well. There's nothing really wrong with having a bloated description.
What if somebody went to Gibbon Gaming and they used some of your footage for a review? Would you care? Personally, I wouldn't give a shit. I couldn't care less of a shit about that at all. It means nothing.
If somebody
to me.
went to took something out of one of my streams, if I was notified of it, if somebody somehow noticed that it was my playthrough, and they put it on their video, and I went to look at it, I guess it would depend on how much.
Well, let's use
on a baseline. Let's just say it's just a clip from one of my streams.
Yeah, they're not
I wouldn't
using
really
the audio.
mind.
They just need footage of the game that they're reviewing.
Yeah. Then I wouldn't give a shit. But I
Yeah,
feel like
who gives a shit?
Yeah, but I mean, what I feel like doesn't necessarily.
But guys,
like I'd rather have no altercations happen. If somebody's gonna get mad, I'd rather them never get mad, or not have a reason to get mad if there's a link to their thing in the description.
So what you guys are talking about is just people's feelings, right? Like that's what's in consideration.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah,
whether or
that
not
thing
you're
that I
hurting
never
someone's
care
feelings or
about.
not. Right. Well, I mean, I have thought about this. I did some reflecting on this issue, and I thought about, like, what if someone used one of my videos, like, put a fucking weaponized thickness clip or something into their videos. Like, what if they did that, and they didn't credit me, and, like, it's just the joke. Like, it's not like they're saying it's theirs, but in the exact same sort of situation, they put a clip of mine, it's totally fair use. Legally, there's no problem with it. But like, I think I would really like a link there. I think I would sort of be miffed if there wasn't a link to me. I think,
well, the
that's how I
thing with
feel.
that, I would agree that I would be miffed as well, but it's also kind of already become a meme, and it's like, you ever hear of people
here's the
trying
thing,
to
though.
copyright memes? That just
memes
doesn't...
something being a meme does not invalidate, like, ownership of like the image. It simply does not. It doesn't do that immediately. And I'm not saying I, like, own the intellectual rights to this phrase or anything. I'm talking about, like, this clip.
I know,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't blame somebody for having heard a meme that I originated and not going to
Okay,
the
I see
links
your
to
point.
figure
I
out
see
where
your
it
point.
comes from. Like, if somebody did that, I wouldn't be mad, I wouldn't care, because I understand that if it's out there and it's all over the place, I
Right.
can't really do anything
Okay,
about it.
I'm with you on that. If someone, like, stumbles upon it and uses it on that basis, absolutely. Because, like, I do that all the time. Tons of the images I get, in fact, most of the ones I use in my videos are stuff that I've collected from 4chan over the years that I don't give any source for, and I couldn't even if I wanted to. I've just found them, and I've saved them, and I just throw them up there. So, I mean, maybe that is morally not flawless. I would like to give credit to every single person who has made these things over the years. But
Well, see, that you just gotta think a bit of like what's realistic. Realistically, nobody's really gonna give too much of a shit if somebody's like if somebody I took a video game clip from finds it and they notice it, they might say, "Hey, could you link to my thing?" Like, that's the most that could happen. It's not really gonna be a big deal, but I put the link there anyway, just because, like, it's unnecessary, but I feel like, why not? It doesn't take it takes like a minute to do that. So, like, realistically, what sort of effort would you expect people to go to link to something? If it's just something in a Google search, you would have, you click on it, you can get the image right there. You don't need to go to the source of the image or DeviantArt.
Right.
It's a bit more effort. I don't expect people to do that. I don't do that.
Okay, but I'm totally with you on that. But I would say if that person were to come to you and say, like, "Hey, dude, I noticed you used my video or my image or whatever. That's cool. Not the biggest deal. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter how I feel. But would you give me credit? I'd really like credit. If you don't, like, do that, if
Well,
you don't
obviously
accept
after
that, that's like, okay, I'm just saying, like, it's easy to, like, not worry about it, like, whatever, I'll just use the image, who gives a fuck. But to then ignore someone who comes to you and, like, requests it, I'm not saying that makes you, like, a monster. I'm just saying, like, that's not cool. It's not a cool thing to do.
Well, yeah,
that.
obviously.
Okay.
Like, if somebody went out of their way to tell me, I would, yeah, of course.
Okay, all right.
Because
Just saying.
then they've given their link to me, their name, like, I can easily find it. Like, if they expect me to go searching for it, because if I don't remember where I got it from, then I might not do it.
I don't
know.
think, but, I mean, if there were any legal issues, I don't remember, or it's too much work. Those are not actual legal defenses. So I'm just saying, if this were a legal issue...
Well, that's the thing. We've decided that the legal stuff is, like, it's mostly fair use basically all the time.
Yeah, so what's the moral standpoint, Nate? We all know that it's legal, but why do you kind of have a shaky moral standing on it?
You say it's shaky, but I think I've been pretty clear. It's that...
No, I mean, like, why do you think it's not moral is what I'm asking.
Oh, well, really, it's because I've consulted how I think I would feel about it, and I think if someone used my work without crediting it, I would not like it, and I would want the credit.
So if somebody
that's
just
how I
like took
feel.
a snapshot of one of your videos, because you didn't steal her cosplay, you used a photo of the cosplay. So if somebody steals your
Well,
clip, that's different than if somebody takes a screen
but
cap of your clip and uses it. I don't think that's that bad.
Well, I mean, you got to put the full context in, because the whole picture was, like, you could tell this had been photoshopped. So, like, someone had worked on this image after a picture had been taken. And so there's the cosplayer involved, as well as the photographer, and I'm assuming that's the person who also, like, did the photo editing. Because you could see, like, the background had been darkened to make this person, like, pop out more. You know, like, that's work. And in a perfect world, yeah, I think everyone who does any work on something like that should get credit and get
So if the person who
recognition
designed
for it.
the character came to her and said, "Hey, can you delete that? That's my character. Please don't cosplay as that." Do you think she would delete it? She'd say, "Fuck off."
Well, but again, I'm not saying anyone should ever have to delete it, because I think this is totally fair
Yeah.
use. It's just an issue of, you know, is it a cool thing to do or not? And I think if the character designer for Kamina came out and was like, "Hey, dude, you're using my shit without crediting me. You got to credit me." I would say that, yeah, like, she should credit, just be like, by the way, this character was designed by whoever on wherever the thing's posted.
Nah, I don't think you should be
Hiroshima,
required to do
Nagasaki.
that.
They're
It
not
was designed
required.
by
They're not
Adolf
required,
Hitler.
but it just to ignore, like, imagine if fucking, I don't know, imagine if Elliot came up to you and was just like, Monkey, you know, by the way, dude, I'd appreciate if you would just put links to my videos for all the clips you use and everything. Just, like, imagine looking at him and saying no. Like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
like,
but the thing is,
you
he's
can
not
do
going to
it,
say
but
that to me in person. He would say it online, and I can just ignore the email and move on.
Well, yes, you can.
If
you
he came to me in
certainly
person,
can.
he'd probably have a gun, and then of course I would do what he said.
I think what this is that it's the fact that somebody got upset about it, and
Right.
it's a DeviantArt thing. Because, like, I get my images from Google. I don't usually pick fan art. I usually go for, like, official art because it's less hassle. It's more recognizable.
See, I use a ton of fan art personally because I
And-
get it all from 4chan. So
yeah,
I'm
so
on shaky ground here.
you know, if you use an art, let's say I drew an image of something, or I took a picture on Instagram or something, and I find it in a video by someone else, I would be like, oh, okay, this person knows me. That's my first thought. Or they found my image somehow. I wouldn't immediately be annoyed that they hadn't linked to what I had made because, well, actually, I don't know, because I'm
Yeah,
not
you
an
might,
artist
right?
by trade.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
it's
but you know what?
confusing.
I-
Generally, I wouldn't care so much unless it was like they were just stealing a huge amount of something I've made.
I have a position on this, and it's exactly where I was before, just, I don't know, with all that other shit. It's that I'm going to continue doing exactly what I've been doing up to this point of using the images that I've collected and not really worrying too much about giving proper credit to people. But if anyone requests it, I will certainly add it. If they are like, hey, dude, you use my thing, could appreciate credit, I'll be happy to put it. And I won't go, like, out of my way to not put credit if I can easily do it, but it's kind of excessive.
I mean, I was in this position when I made my Corey in the House review. I needed a thumbnail, so I just Googled Corey in the House HD picture, and then I just took the first thing I found. But it turns out that was the thumbnail for somebody else who made a similar Corey in the House review, and he sent me a message on YouTube, said, "Hey, Mumkey, I love the video, but I made that thumbnail. Can you switch it?" And I was like, yeah, okay, sure thing, buddy.
Yeah, that's
so I
fair.
switched the thumbnail. So yeah, I guess I see where you're coming from. But I didn't have to, and that's the point.
Yeah, you didn't have to. You didn't legally have to.
Great review by Mother's Basement, by the way. Love that Corey in the House video.
Yeah. Actually, I think mine came out before his did, so fuck him.
Great Mother's Basement video.
Okay,
Mine was
well,
funny.
Next.
are there
Next.
any decent questions
Speaking of
left?
Mother's Basement asks, "Why do you kill me?
Yeah.
Why?
Sans,
Hey, here's
why
a-
did you
Sans,
kill Mother's
why am I
Basement,
locked in the
Sans?
basement?"
Here's a real question. Jared, and I guess I've been thinking about this. At Jared Gerard asks, "Hey PCP guys, why don't you tell us the topic of the episode when you ask for questions?" I don't know, dude. Is that something we should do? What do you guys think?
No. It's something we shouldn't do because if it wasn't like a stupid episode like this, we would have been talking about that topic the whole time, and then questions would be
Right.
something else. If
That's
they ask
true.
questions about it, then it's just like, well, we already talked about that. We already talked
The
about
question
that. We already
segment
brought
should
that
be
up.
different.
I agree. That's okay. That's a good answer. There you go, Jared Gerard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's here's a shitty last question. At Dr. Sandshrew, I like the good name, asks pancakes or waffles? Pancakes.
I
or
thought
waffles?
okay. When I was a little boy, I used to be super into waffles. I was like a super like waffle like nationalist.
Champion?
Like yeah. I was like a waffle nationalist, and I wouldn't like have any of the pancakes bullshit. And I used to always eat them. I used to always eat chicken and waffles. That was what I ate. That was the only thing.
Lol,
that I ate.
dude, are you like African American or something? Lamau, come on now.
Okay, but yeah.
I love chicken and waffles.
But then
though.
later,
Fucking delicious.
I discovered
Munchy
something
laughing at
beautiful.
Nate's joke was funnier than Nate's joke.
Of course it was. My jokes are shit. Go on.
Then I discovered something amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Pancakes with only butter on them.
It was like a grand reveal, even though it was
Yeah.
the only other option.
Yeah. Pancakes, and I was
What
like,
I ate next will make your dick blow off.
if I eat the pancakes instead of the waffles, then I will have a different taste than the waffles. And so
Imagine
I surprised I don't.
But see, Munchy, I especially like how you specifically said pancakes with just butter, because a lot of people will drown their pancakes in syrup all the time. But I'm in agreement that I think that just pancakes and butter is kind of better. It's kind of like the most delicious thing in the world.
Yeah, pancakes and butter is
so
really
much.
good.
Here's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life.
Yeah.
You get 2 frozen Eggo waffles that were probably in there like 8 months ago.
Right.
You fry those fuckers up in the toaster. Then you put peanut butter on them. You make a little sandwich. Then you douse it in syrup, and then you eat that. That's way better than any pancake.
I'll have to
That
try
sounds
that.
like a glory hole, but like better. Because it's not sex.
Ben wants to know in the chat, what topic are we doing? He's listening. Ben, we're not doing any topic.
What do you mean? This is laziness. We
Yeah.
covered laziness thoroughly.
You
Thoroughly
know,
covered it.
guys. Okay, fucking. That was
We were
pretty
talking
good.
about
Wait,
clickbait.
I wanted
Is
to-
this episode clickbait?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I think
That
it might be
too.
clickbait.
hippo what?
No. Pancakes. The only time I've eaten pancakes was
Only time.
they don't have. It's not a thing.
They have
in-
hot
in
cakes.
English.
What?
They have crumpet
They don't-
cakes.
Pancakes for breakfast is not at all a thing.
What?
What the
That's
fuck?
crazy.
When
Do you even
them for
eat
dinner?
breakfast?
We don't eat pancakes. It's just not a thing.
Do you eat waffles?
fuck
What about
that
waffles?
country.
Literally fucking treason.
What about
Well,
waffles?
What are waffles?
I'm
Are
glad
they just
you guys
like
lost the
Whoa.
Civil
Oh
War.
my god, they're
Like-
Belgian waffles for a reason, because they're from Europe, and all Europe is the exact same.
waffle? All right. I think. Is it just like a grid pancake?
Yeah, it's
Or is
like
it
it's
something
like
else?
harder.
It's a bit
It's like more
thicker, I
crispy.
think.
It's crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's thicker and crispier.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I've never really had a waffle either.
What the
I have had
fuck?
like I have had like
crazy.
potato waffles, which are waffle shaped potatoes, and I love those.
Okay, those
Completely
are good.
different.
I know that's what I associated waffles was because that's the only thing I'd ever had that was called a waffle. It was a little potato thing, and I was always confused when people in America would talk about having waffles. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a waffle. That's not it. That's not what it is. Anyway, the only time I had pancakes was at Radcon 2 during
Whoa.
one of the times we went to breakfast and we had them, and I was like, I get
That
it.
was the time? Oh man, that's nuts. I had no idea that was your first time having pancakes.
I think it might have not been the exact first time, but it was the first time I had
Okay.
like an American pancake with syrup on it. I'd never had syrup on.
Pancake.
I don't know.
Guys, we're running kind of long here. You know, we've been going for a while. Shall we get to the topic?
Yeah,
No,
let's get to the topic.
It's a pretty-
I was gonna do that, but I'm glad you did because laziness is like, it's
it's
I get
hard.
it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, laziness is like, I do it, but like, I know I shouldn't, but like, whatever, like, everything will work out.
sometimes it just sort of I can't think of the word.
I mean,
You should do a series.
Yeah, get
about
your camera
that.
and do it.
No, it was a joke.
Oh, hey, we
It was
should.
a, it was a
if
joke.
we
I was
end
too
the
lazy to find the
episode-
word.
If we end the episode, maybe Nate can record the fucking audio for my Pokemon tournament that Hippo's in.
that's true. Dude, I was up till fucking 6 a.m. making
I
my
don't
fucking me a map
care.
of a piece of
You
shit. All right.
lazy.
I said I'd get it to you this weekend. Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm lazy.
Oh my god! Oh
I'm
my god!
a
Oh my
video every
god!
fucking day for
Oh
a
my
month. I'm the
God.
lazy one. I've been working 8 hours a day. God damn it! I've got a full time
out,
fucking
dude.
job.
Sell out.
Trying to make. I'm a fucking sell. I'm a piece of shit, huh? Everybody hates fucking Nate. Fuck you people. Go on,
I
Gib,
bought
what
a
do you
mug.
say?
I like
Lazy.
that mug. Anyway,
Did you get it yet? Did it come in the mail?
It's not here yet, but I'm
Okay.
gonna drink out of it when I get it.
I bought a shirt too. I bought one.
But fucking lazy. All right. Here's the thing about lazy.
Didn't realize we were actually gonna do it, but okay, all right.
No. Here's the thing about lazy.
Okay.
It's the name of a song by Deep Purple. It's fucking great. Go listen to that.
Oh yeah,
song
it's like
by Deep Purple.
lazing on a sunny afternoon.
No,
Yeah.
that's the Kinks, I think.
Yeah, it's the Kinks.
Oh, is that the song that
Deep-
goes, Are you a real villain? That's a great song, Hippo. That's by Deep Purple. Shit.
Yeah.
That's
by
made
Deep
by a
Purple.
guy
Now
who,
listen
created Cancer,
closely.
right? That's made the guy who
Here's a
split
little
the atom,
lesson
right?
in laziness. This is going down. Munchy takes a piss.
Deep Purple is the
If you
name
wanna
of our
be
band.
fuck you, Nate. Me and my fufu is really great.
Oh yeah! You
Now
was gonna say
follow
so-
my moves.
Oh
What's
no!
that sound?
Now he's pissing.
What's that sound?
God damn it.
Oh god, this is truly
Continue.
the yellow
Sing
Be
a
cat.
careful not to
We are
take
the
a
number
piss.
Press one. Number one. Hey. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we got our mandatory piss in. Let's end. Let's stop.
Laziness is good, and I like it, and praise it.
Praise Keck.
Praise Judas.
Suck my dick and fuck my ass.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Wait,
We're
I
done.
was about to say something.
God, no, you are not.
It's over, please.
We're done.
No. I want the podcast to end exactly when I said that.
Okay. All right. We're done.
Unless Munchy is doing something
done.
like having sex with his cat, I'm not sure.
Okay,
All
we
right.
did it,
Done.
folks.
Done. Fade in the intro.
Fuck Ben.
I'm stopping recording.
I have to get my
Hashtag fuck
sunglasses.
Ben.
I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to be working right now. But I'm not working. I'm